make him so much better. So when he does step on the field, he's going to light this league up.
You know, I think the reason he doesn't get the respect, I wish I had something really sexy, but it's very practical. It's risk. You know, those picks at the top, you don't want to blow it. You tend to go for safer. And the biggest risk for Lamar Jackson is just him getting hurt. Like, there's nothing he can do about it. He's not a hugely built guy. He doesn't have that massive base like Dak Prescott does. And he gets a lot of comparisons to Deshaun Watson. Look what happened to Deshaun Watson last year. Get hurt. Michael Vick got hurt a lot. You know, we're talking about that Florida State game where he blew up. He ran for 146 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's really, really risky in the NFL. He's also not one of those guys who slides a lot. I like him, and I think he can make up for some of that stuff because he's just so athletic. But it terrifies guys because he could be great. He could be the greatest answer ever. If he gets hurt, he can't do anything for us. And it's a risk.
Another guy who was athletic, came out of college with a lot of hype, athletic quarterback, Jake Locker out of Washington. Sure. And he was banged up a ton, and he could leave the pocket with the best of them. But one thing we do know, though, his numbers, people love Saquon. I love Saquon. Saquon's a monster. Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson in the last couple of years, more rushing yards, more TDs. And this is your number one running back who I believe is a game changer. Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson can throw the ball and also do that running with it.
Led the league, or led the ACC in passing yards. And Schrager, I'll throw it out to you here. He had more rushing yards, more rushing touchdowns than Saquon Barkley over the past 2 years. Is that a bad thing just because of the injury? Risk?
No, it's a wild statistic, Kay. I didn't know that. That's fantastic. Heisman Trophy winner also. This isn't a guy who just did it and put up huge numbers for an irrelevant team. He's won a Heisman. I think, so I had the report at the Combine that teams requested for him to also work out at receiver if he wanted, and that got taken out of proportion. That teams are saying, you'll never be a quarterback, you're only a wide receiver. The truth of the matter is, he's such an athlete, he's so dynamic, that teams requested, hey, if you would like to, we'd love to see if you could be a receiver. That no one was saying to him, you're never going to be a quarterback in the league, and you can't. It was, to me, the ultimate compliment, saying you're that good of an athlete that we'd love to see you there also. Look, in recent years, you've seen a guy like Jerick McKinnon just get a giant contract. 4th highest paid running back in the league. He was a college quarterback for 4 years down in that school he was playing at in Georgia. And, you know, Antoine Randall had a really successful career as an NFL wide receiver. Anquan Bolden was a college quarterback who made the transition to wide receiver and is one of the greatest to ever play the game. So this whole not enough respect thing, I get it. And it's certainly a racially charged thing when you see a tremendous African-American quarterback that, hey, you're not going to be a quarterback in the NFL because you're such an athlete. I get all that. But I would say this, I don't think it's disrespectful from these teams to say, in addition to quarterback, if you want to work out at running back, we'd love to see that, or work out at receiver, we'd love to see that, because it's a compliment to just how dynamic and just how athletic a young man he is. He will be taken in the first 50 picks of this draft. Will he go in the top 10 like Rosen, Darnold, Allen, even Baker Mayfield? As of right now, from just people I'm talking to, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Whether that's disrespectful or not, these guys get paid to draft quarterbacks, and if he's not one of the top 4, I can't change that, and nor could we at the table.
Great stuff from Peter Schrager. They're really well said. You guys can chime in at home as well at #GMFB. And we hear of everything that you need before your team is on the clock, breaking down which college stars will shine on Sundays, bringing in-depth analysis that you can't get anywhere else, all leading up to draft day, April 26th, baby. It's almost here.
We're almost there,
Karen. 30 days away.
Big D.
Path to the draft. Check it out. It is tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, only right here on NFL Network. Coming up, Josh Allen looked